Today's best music, 101.7 The One. It's Jordan Knight, one more night, and he joins me right now on the phone. Jordan, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, too. Thank you very much, and thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. You must be doing a lot of these. You keeping busy?
Yes. Well, I'm gearing up for the Canadian tour in the show next week in Toronto. So yeah, I'm pretty busy.
You've got a whole lot of Canadian dates on the website. Just doing a Canada tour right now?
Yeah, I did the U.S. earlier in the year. Then went on the road with New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys internationally. So I didn't really have time to do Canada. And Canada has been one of the biggest supporters of my album Unfinished. So, I kind of felt like I left Canada out, and I kind of felt like I was leaving myself out, actually, for not going to Canada. So I put it in the books.
We're a patient people up here, Jordan, so we just appreciate you thinking of us. Canada kind of has a special place in your heart, too, doesn't it?
Yeah. When you said we're a patient people, my parents are Canadian, and all my relatives, and so I was born in Boston and raised, so I'm definitely American, but I know what the Canadian personality type is, and I always say Canadians are really salt-of-the-earth type people, and I definitely appreciate that for sure.
Well, and you love the Canucks so much, you're bringing one along with you on your tour dates too, eh? Jesse LaBelle joining you.
Correct, Jesse LaBelle, exactly.
Talented young man.
Yeah, he's a very talented guy, and he's got a big song out there now, so it's going to be fun to take him along. Yeah, and we're actually going to hear that song, Heartbreak Cover-Up, along with Alyssa Reed, coming up in a moment, and more with Jordan Knight, talking about the show next Thursday at the Government in Toronto. Also a little bit about Old Navy commercial and the New Kids on the Block cruise. Keep it on The One.
101.7 The One with Brad Moore. Cover Up.
Today's best music, 101.7 The One. Jesse LaBelle, Heartbreak Cover Up. He's joining Jordan Knight out on his Canadian tour. Starts next week in Toronto, and Jordan Knight on the phone with me right now. Jordan, not only an original member of New Kids on the Block, you've got yourself a successful solo career and also a pretty sweet Old Navy commercial.
Oh yeah,
How much fun was that to do?
It was a lot of fun. Actually, very terrifying at first because. I recorded the song. I knew the song, and I knew I was going to do the little gag where I said, what's your sign? And then I look in the camera and I say, Taurus, which was very cheesy, but funny cheesy.
Yeah.
So I was ready for that. But when they said, we're going to put you on a piano bike, and I was like, what is a piano bike? So they showed me pictures of this white piano bike. First, I kind of panicked. I'm like, what have I gotten myself into? Went back to the hotel that night, and I was like, maybe I could get out of this piano bike thing and just like sing, leaning against a light pole or something like that. But when I did the first take, everyone laughed. So that's what really opened it up for me and made it so much fun.
Well, it's kind of funny. One of our listeners pointed it out when I mentioned that you and I would be speaking this week, that Rockstar on your Unfinished album, Old Navy now is pushing Rockstar jeans. So how cool would it be for you to do that? But now the Backstreet Boys are in in one of the new ones.
They took my slot, man. They took my slot. Well, you know what? What is the saying? Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, or something like that. So
it's not the first time for them.
It's all good.
Jordan Knight with me. He will be in Toronto on Thursday on his solo tour. But Jordan, you are back with the New Kids on the Block tour. Getting ready for another cruise?
Yeah. Well, we're doing a cruise, and we'll be doing some tour dates. We're doing another album, too, so there's a lot in store for the New Kids on the Block.
What's the cruise like?
The cruise is, it's just a big party. One big party on the high seas.
A lot of fan interaction? That kind of stuff?
Oh, yeah. A lot of fan interaction. We have a themed party every night. Like last year, we had 90s night. We played all the music from 90s, and we dressed like we just dressed in the 90s. Yeah, it was awesome. What else did we do? We did, Dress to Impress, kind of red carpet night, really sharp. It's just a lot of fun. It's a good time just to get outside yourself and have a lot of fun.
Do you get a chance to do your own stuff on the cruise as well?
Yeah, that's right. I did a concert on the cruise, the same concert that I'm going to do next week.
You think you'll get a chance to do that again next year?
I think next year, I think the group's going to do a concert on the boat.
Cool. We got an email from a big fan of yours, Jordan. Her name is Shelly, and she wanted me to ask you, and she had the feeling that you would know what this meant. Are the red jeans packed for this tour?
Yeah. I did a performance for Old Navy, and I wore some red jeans, and a lot of people loved them. I did pack some red jeans. They're not red, they're maroon, so they will be coming.
Excellent. So remind everybody when you're going to be in Toronto for your upcoming tour there, Jordan.
Next Thursday, I will be in Toronto at the Government. The night before, I'll be in Ottawa, and the night after Toronto, I'll be in Montreal.
Bringing Jesse LaBelle on all of your tour dates this round.
Jesse LaBelle will be on every single tour date, yep.
Cool. Great to hear from you again, Jordan. Really appreciate you spending the time, and have an awesome show next week in Toronto, all right?
No problem. Thanks for having me on.
101.7 The One with Brad Moore.